yourself if you wish to associate yourself with honorable people. Viewers, I'm Lady Narika Blake, and it is indeed an honor to be here this evening to host such an inaugural occasion. I would like to welcome all our guests who were able to take their time out to join today's show in honor of a pioneer, a dedicated professional who had made significant contribution to Jamaica as a scientist, Professor Errol MORRISON. Before we hear from this Jamaican icon, we will first hear from those who were close and have worked with him, his colleagues, family members, and associates. First in lineup today, we have Lauren Less, chairperson of the Diabetes Association of Jamaica, who will share with us a little about the association of Dr. Morrison's contribution.
I only have a touch of sugar is how many Jamaicans with diabetes describe their condition. However, leading expert in diabetes research and treatment, Professor Errol MORRISON, always said that there is no such thing as a touch of diabetes. He said that it is a misconception. In fact, he said diabetes is the second leading cause of death for Jamaicans under the age of 70 years. With his passion, he became co-founder of the Diabetes Association of Jamaica in 1976, and later he was co-founder for the Diabetes Association of the Caribbean in 1982. The Diabetes Association of Jamaica in Kingston and St. Andrew is a charity that has the responsibility to develop and implement a nationwide plan for diabetic treatment, education, and training, and is set up to provide diabetes prevention and care to the public. He works so hard that the work of this association goes beyond its main operation, the one-stop shop that undertakes health checks, screening, and diabetes educational workshops across the island.
Thank you for the insight on Professor Morrison. We will now invite a past student from the University of West Indies, Dr. Leah Lawrence.
Narika Blake for having me. The pleasure is mine to be able to speak so highly of Professor Morrison. My name is Leah Lawrence and I'm a past student of the University of the West Indies. I had the honor of meeting the then Dr. Morrison. He was the originator of Mona Institute of the Medical Sciences at UWI in 1991. He also initiated the annual International Diabetes Conference at the University of the West Indies in 1993. I did a medicinal science, and he was always eager to share with the students and to assist anyone who needed his help, as he always passionate about what he does. Training to be a scientist wasn't easy, but he would always say, "Ladies and gents, if you want good, you know have to run." As a scientist, Mr. Morrison was very dedicated and focused and always wanted all of us to achieve and be successful. He cared a lot about his work and wanted us all to work hard. Thank you.
Thank you, Lady Blake. My father, well, ever since I was a child growing up, I have learned a lot from my father. His personality, his perspective on life shows that he loves life. He believes that the sky is the limit. He is a dynamic character who loves his family and has given us a legacy of a lifetime. He teaches his children about value and attitude. My other two sisters and I are proud of his achievements and can tell you that he is a storyteller, a dramatist, an orator, a conversation analyst, a traveling journalist, and a scientific reporter. He is even a dancer and tried also at one point but I guess the scientist in him won. Through giving up, my father has always traveled overseas in the name of science. He has traveled to, in fact, in his career, he introduced the concept of value and attitude program for tertiary students in Jamaica in 2001. My other two sisters and I are proud of his achievements and can tell you that he is a storyteller, a dramatist, a orator, a conversationalist,
Enlightening and inspiring, a family man and also a man of dignity. This is why our show continues to be number one. Let us welcome a colleague of his, Dr. Nishan Bart. Let us welcome her.
Thanks for having me. Now, the big question is, who do you really think is Errol Morrison? If you said a scientist, then you are correct. Errol Morrison, who was born on September 21st, 1945, is a Jamaican scientist who has done an extensive work in diabetes. During his tenure at the University of Technology, I had the privilege with working with him. He introduced the training of dental surgeon in Jamaica at the University of Technology in 2008. He has carried out pioneering work in the medical field with a particular interest in diabetes. His office was always filled with numerous awards in the name of science. It was a pleasure working with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome a son of the soil, who will share his journey with us, Professor Errol Morrison. Welcome.
Good day, Lady Blake and viewers. It's my pleasure to be here on the number one show today. To emerge as one of the chief scientists in my island was never on my horizon. I am indeed humbled. I am Errol Morrison. I'm a past student of many universities, which I attended to achieve my different certifications. Some are the Royal University of Malta, which I attended to achieve my medical degree. I attended the University College of London to achieve my master's degree. The University of the West Indies, which I attended to achieve a doctorate and 2 professorships. I also serve as Pro Vice Chancellor and Dean of Discipline of Studies and Research. I then became the President of the University of Technology, Jamaica. I also have numerous awards, but I have forgotten due to my age, but the ones that stood out there are the National Medal of Science and Technology, the Queen's Gold Medal to the British Commonwealth for the service to the diabetes, and also the Helmut Mernert UNESCO IDF Prize. I have written over 200 science publications and over 20 books. I have recently published an autobiography, Standing Tall. I am happy to know that I have touched lives out there as a scientist. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in, Professor Morrison. Now, there you have it. Another one of our fabulous shows where we give you highlights and recognition of Jamaica pioneers. Thank you. We reached the end of today's show. Join next week when we bring you another exciting scientist. I'm Narika Blake, signing out.